So that's why I am a bit late. But no excuses, and I had told that I have to invest my 6 to 8 hours per day, each and every day. So I won't make any excuse. I will just start it. Okay, now let's start it. Before that, now let's go. Let me fix this camera and get back to you. I haven't had my lunch, so now I'm going to have my lunch, and after having my lunch, I will start it. I will start watching the course of it. What does my camera? I don't have a stable. Now let's start. Let's start. Let's start. Today I will start watching a course of Rowan Brother, and so now let's start it. And after that, I will write emails and read emails, and I still haven't completed my daily routines. After I will finish this, I will read 10 pages and complete my routine. And after that, I still haven't. Yesterday, I prefer to use the Outlier framework and write with script. Yes, yesterday I complete two scripts and record two short form videos, and I have edited that. So now today my actual goal is to start making money from the copywriting. So I will focus on the copywriting, and it's on the way. And thank you everyone for coming live, and thank you for your support, every one of you. Hello, hi. Sandharu. Okay, now let's start.
Apply to study abroad with the Duolingo English test already. So, over the last 3 months, I've studied over 500 emails from the top traders like Iman Ghazi, Andrew Tate, and I've noticed there are some common operating principles, some common persuasion tactics that these guys use to shift our beliefs and basically get us to buy their courses and other products. So, in this video, we're going to break down some of their top emails of these top guys and some other creators, and we're going to see what are the copywriting strategies these guys use and what persuasion tactics they use. So if you're a beginner copywriter or if you're already working with clients, then by the end of this video, you'll have a good idea of what kind of emails actually work. But the problem is this video is going to be long, and if you don't have the attention span to focus on one thing for a long time, I don't think you're going to make it in copywriting. With that said, let's start with the first email. So this email, the first one, it's from Iman, and subject line is that they forgot to tell you this. So it makes you curious, like, what did they forget to tell me and who's they?
Let's start it. What is it?
So you open the email, and basically the big idea of this email, the main thing is trying to sell you on is that money isn't the solution in life. You need to have freedom, these three great freedoms, because that's the whole big idea behind this next event he has coming up, the digital sovereignty thing, that you need freedom in life. Like if you see this, the whole big idea behind this event is that you need to be a sovereign man and that you need to take back control of your life and have these three great freedoms. So that's the angle he's going for in this email. For that, first he starts in this. The reason he's talking about this political events and elections is because that's what's trending right now. It's election season, so that's top of the mind. Hot topic. He starts there, and then he takes a stance that never listen to a single celebrity because they're all privileged, elite, and all that. So here he's basically like throwing rocks at these people and taking a stance. And then he takes this quote from Jim Carrey that who said that everybody should get rich
God,
and famous, but
Asa.
they will realize that that is not the answer. So instead of directly saying that money isn't the answer
Hello.
and that you
Hi.
need to get freedom,
Sorry
he
that
uses
I
this quote
didn't
from
see
Jim Carrey
your
as a credibility.
message.
And you see that a lot of creators do this as we see the other emails. A lot of creators use this statistical quote
God,
to
Appa.
have some sort of credibility.
Okay, it's all fine.
After saying that these three great freedoms are what matters in life, after that, in this next two lines, he's basically creating a us versus them scenario where he's saying that modern society is trying to stop you from getting these three freedoms, and I'm going to reveal how you can get these three freedoms and become a sovereign man against all odds. So he's creating a us versus them scenario. He's showing that he's on your side and modern society is your enemy. And by saying that he's going to reveal it in a private group, it makes you feel like he's letting you in on some kind of secret, something unique. And this is his unique mechanism to become a sovereign man. And then he gives you the CTA. So the big idea again is that the whole big concept behind this email is that you don't need money, you need is the freedoms, and that's what he's trying to say. This next email is again from Iman, and again, if you read this subject line, this is from an alcoholic father. So this feels personalized, right? It doesn't feel like he's trying to sell you something. It just makes you curious, like what are the lessons that he would have learned from an alcoholic father. And then he starts by stating this big idea of this email. The big idea of this email is that in your life, success is all about decisions. It's not about the circumstances. It's all about decisions. Then he shares a story to elaborate on this. Like there are two sons of an alcoholic father. One of them is successful and the other is broke. And then the people ask his sons like, why are you like this? And they answer that because their father was an alcoholic. So same circumstances but different decisions, and that's what changed their life. So that's what Iman is doing in this email. He's shifting your belief that your situations, your circumstances don't matter. It's all about the decisions you make. And you see here in this section, he's basically overcoming the objections and making it. He's basically tapping into this emotion of easy and that anybody can do it. It doesn't matter if you come from a rich family. It doesn't matter if you've never made money online. You don't have to be super talented. You just have to make this decision. Right? If you're ready to make that decision, then buy his course. Basically, that's what he's telling you. So the big idea again is that you don't need to have the perfect circumstances. You don't need to be super talented and super rich. You just need to make that decision. And he shares this story to elaborate on it. One thing he could have done is he could have directly started with the story and then given this lesson. That would have made it better. I think he just directly started with this section, the two sons of an alcoholic father. It would have also delivered on the click straight away. But he's making millions, so who am I to tell him what he has to do? In this next email, this is from Tate. For Tate, he keeps his email very like short and punchy, and his subject lines are usually one word. That works for his audience because his audience is not that sophisticated. It's just basically teenagers and people who are trying to make money online for the first time. So these are just like motivational emails that he's trying to shift their beliefs and handle their objections. That's what he does in most of his emails. And it works for his brand voice and his audience basically. I don't think it would work for any other list except for Tate because as a business man. So the big idea behind this email is that the concept of making money. He says that people always complain to him about how hard it is to make money, and then he asks them like, what have you tried to make money? They typically reply with all this things like, I've read book, I've looked into this thing, I'm planning this thing, etc. etc. So he's setting up this big idea where he says that like talking and planning and reading books, this is not the answer. You need to take action. And the reason he does this is because his audience currently they are stuck in this phase where they're reading books, they're planning and they're thinking to take action. And Tate is trying to give them this one push that you don't need more planning, you need to take action. And the action is to join the real world basically. So that's what this whole email is based on. Like, he's shifting their belief and he's telling this is a real life experience that when I was broke, I was doing all these things trying to make money. I tried, I failed multiple times, and then something worked for me. Because once you start doing stuff, that's when you will realize money is everywhere and you just have to collect it. So this two lines, these three lines basically gives you the emotion of easy and that anybody can make money. So then he again sells you on that big idea that you need to take action. If you're ready, then buy his course basically. Now this one is an angle I like a lot. I see a lot of creators use this and it works every time. It makes you curious like what is this every effort? So you click on that and you open the email and this is how it starts. Like this whole section, what he's trying to do here is he's creating a us versus them scenario. He's showing that he's on your side and this people sell courses and this gurus they know that you have the shiny object syndrome and they tap into it and they get you to buy their courses. So he's showing that he's on your side and this other people who sell courses and stuff, they are against you. They're just trying to make money from you by selling their courses and all that. And then he says that then he ties it back to the main subject line, the angle of his email. He says that Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, all these big guys, they had this one favorite effort that was the reason the success, and it was focus. So if you see, he's not directly telling you that you need to focus to successful. He's using this guys as an example for credibility. Like, even like Iman did in his first email when he was using his quote from Jim Carrey for credibility. And then he says that you need to focus, and then he ties it back to his, I think it is webinar or something like the 7-day shift. And he says that it has been working for 3 years straight. Why? Because it has been focused on one thing, on the highest income skill. So he takes this whole angle. He has a curiosity and subject line. He starts with my favorite effort. Then he does this whole us versus them section, and then he finally reveals what this favorite effort is, and that's focus. And then he ties it back to his product. This one is a crossroads email angle with a bit of a unique twist. Like the typical crossroads email angle, it goes like this. They have an option A and an option B, and option A are all these bad things like you have to stay stuck in college, you have to work a 9 to 5, and all that stuff. And option B are the good things. You get to travel the world, you will be your own boss and all that stuff. And typically it will go like, if you want option B, then buy my course, just like so many people have done. That's how a typical crossroads. Dakota is doing something a bit different here. So he starts with that most freelancers and coaches, they go to system like they take on more clients, they have to work longer hours, and they get stressed out. So this is their typical scenario. So the option A and the option B is what if you can attract more clients, charge premium prices and all that. And how can you do this? You can do this by building your personal brand. And then he gives this example like reason Gucci can charge $200 and Walmart charges only $10 per shirt. It's because of the brand. So he's giving these examples to drive the point or to drive the big idea of this email home that you need to make a brand. And then he gives all these advantages that you get benefits. You'll be able to work with fewer clients and charge premium rates, work fewer hours and deliver better results. So if you want to build your own brand, then you need to like join this full stack creator thing that he's done. So instead of just giving you this option A and option B and then telling you to buy his course, he's taking it one step further. Like he's saying that there's this option A and there's this option B. And if you want option B, you have to do this thing. You have to build your brand. And if you want to know how to build your brand, then join my full stack creator waiting list. Then this next email, how to deal with haters. So this feels a bit personalized, right? It doesn't feel like it's trying to sell you something. It just feels like some person is showing you how to deal with haters, and everyone wants to know that. So first he starts with building some relatability by saying this, and then he teases the big thing that is going to show you in the end. Like when you have a system that's proven and effective system. So by using the word proven, it targets the emotional sales. So if you have a proven system, you can achieve any goal in life. But he doesn't reveal what this is yet. So then he again goes back into building this relatability and encouraging your dreams. When I first started out, I was going through all this bad situations. Like I was living in a basement apartment, I was struggling to earn, and I was fighting off addiction. So he's basically encouraging your dreams. Like if I can do this, you can do it too. And so he went from this bad situation. He had friends and family telling him to give up, but he proved them wrong. And now he has millions in the bank. He has a Lambo, he has a Rolex, all this stuff. So I think his audience is similar to Tate. So he encourages your dreams, and then he again ties it back to this system that he was teasing here. So click on that, and you open the email, and so it starts. Like this whole section, what he's trying to do here is he's creating a us versus them scenario, showing that he's on your side, and this people who sell courses and this gurus, they know that you have the shiny object syndrome, and they tap into it and they get you to buy their courses. So he's showing that he's on your side, and this other people who sell courses and stuff, they are against you. They're just trying to make money from you by selling their courses and all that. Then he says that then ties it back to the main subject line, the angle of this email. He says that Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, all these big guys, they had this one favorite effort that was the reason. So he's not directly telling you that you need to focus to successfully. Using this guy as an example for creativity, like even like he wanted in his first email when he was using this quote from Jim Carrey on creativity, then he said that he needs to focus, and then he ties it back to his, I think it is webinar or something like the 7-day shift, and he says that it has been working for 3 years straight. Why? Because it has been focused on one thing, on the highest income skill. So he takes this whole angle. He has a curiosity-inducing subject line where he starts with my favorite kept, then he does this one us versus them section, and then he finally reveals what this focus, and then he ties it back to his product. This one is a crossroads email angle with a bit of a unique twist. Like the typical crossroads email angle, it goes like this: they have an option A and an option B, and option A are always bad things, like you have to stay stuck in college, you have to work a 9 to 5, and all that stuff. And option B are the good things, you get to travel the world, you will be your own boss, and all that stuff. And typically, to go like if you want option B, then buy my course, just like so many people have done. That's how a typical crossroads. Dakota is doing something different. So he starts with that. Most freelancers and coaches, they go through this stuff, like they take on more clients, they have to go around, they get stressed out. So this is the typical scenario. This is the option A, and the option B is what if you can attract more clients, charge premium prices and all that. How can you do this? You can do this by building your personal brand, and then he gives this example. Like, one person is only $10 per shirt because of the brand. He's giving this example to drive the world, to drive the big fight. All this advantage is that you will get the benefits. You'll be able to work with your clients and just create more fewer hours and deliver better results. So if you want to build more brand, then you need to like join this first activity. So instead of just giving you this option A and option B and then telling you to buy his course, he's taking it one step further. Like he's saying that there's this option A and there's this option B, and if you want option B, you have to do this thing. You have to build your brand. If you want to know how to build your brand, then join my full stack creator waitlist. Then this next email, how to deal with haters. So this feels a bit personalized, right? It doesn't feel like it's trying to sell you something. It just feels like some person is showing you how to deal with haters, and everyone wants to know that. So first he starts with building some relatability by saying this, and then he teases the big thing that he's going to show you in the end. Like when you have a system that's proven and effective system. So by using the word proven, it targets the emotion of same. So if you have a proven system, you can achieve any goal in life. But he doesn't reveal what this is yet. So then he again goes back into building this relatability and encouraging your dream. When I first started out, I was going through all this bad situations. Like I was living in a basement apartment, I was struggling to earn, and I was fighting off addiction. So it's basically encouraging your dreams. Like if I can do this, you can do it too. And so he went from this bad situation. He had friends and family ready to give up, but he proved them wrong, and now he has millions. He has a Rolex, all this stuff. So I think his audience is similar to dating. So he encourages your dreams, and then he again ties it back to this system that he was teasing. It's proven and effective system that will help you reach any goal in life. Then he ties it back, like if you're ready to shut your haters off and start living your dream life, then get my proven miracle system. That's the angle of this email. He starts with how to deal with haters and builds relatability by sharing his backstory, and then he says that if you want to do this, if you want to shut up your haters, then you need this system that will show you exactly how you can achieve your dream life and shut up your haters. So another email from him. This one is using this famous person angle where you use some famous person's name in the subject line to grab attention. So here he's saying that why I don't agree with Alex Hormozi. So this makes the reader curious because almost everyone knows who Alex Hormozi, and it makes you curious like what is Hormozi wrong about, and what is this guy like disagreeing with on Hormozi. So it starts with this, and the main problem I have with this email is he's saying that many people read $100 million offers and think they're learning, but when it comes to actually implementing, they're more lost than ever. But I don't know how this is disagreeing with Hormozi. Like Hormozi doesn't tell you that you just need to read and then you learn. Like even Hormozi pushes the idea that you need to actually implement it. So like he uses the famous person angle, but then he doesn't like quite deliver on the link. So we can improve this email a lot more, I'd say. But I'm not getting paid to do that, so we're not going to do it. We're just going to see what this email is saying currently. So what he says, like you see, this part is encouraging your dreams again. Like when I first started, I failed at a lot of things, but now I'm a 8-figure entrepreneur. I went from living in a basement apartment to doing all this good. So he's encouraging your dreams at that part. And the reason I was able to do that was not because of this thing. So these are basically non-statements. I didn't achieve this by reading or dreaming or buying courses or internships. I was able to do this because of this one big thing, this one offer and one understanding that helped me earn. And this again is tapping into that emotion of easy. You can do this without like cold DMs, without sending notifications, all these things. So this is like objection handling basically. And then he says like if you are ready to do that, then basically buy my course. Okay, so this one is a typical crossroads segment, the option of so subject line like would you rather, so it makes you curious, what would I rather, what are the options. Then he starts this by basically creating a scenario into the future that you can practically envision and that you can see vividly, that you can imagine like 75 days from now the weather will be warmer and schools will be out for summer. So you can basically imagine this, and he engages you in this. Instead of just saying how to make money in the next 90 days, 60 days, you use a scenario like it will be summer break or it will be Christmas or it will be New Year, because that's something people can imagine much more vividly instead of just like 70 days from now. Then he goes into this crossroads like Which summer do you want? Do you want option A, all these good things that you can work and then work and enjoy your friends, you can go to concert, or do you want all these bad things where you're working full time, stressing about this and all that stuff? So this is the dream state, and option B, this is the bad state. Then you said that obviously anybody would want option A, but most people are left with option B. Just a few years ago, I was in the same position as this, so this building relatively secure, pledging a dream that he can do that, he can do it. So he was in this bad state, and then from that he has been able to go to that good state, just like his students who have worked with. So this section is that social proof credibility part, and he was able to do, they were able to do all this because they took action and built an online source of income. And again, here he is encouraging you to do that. I did it, they did it, and you can do it. And if you're ready to do it, then immediately sign up for his coaching. So this is the typical process. There's option A, there's option B. And if you want option B, then sign up for my coaching or buy my course, something like that. And this next event, this is also similar to Crossroads, but instead of directly giving you option A, option B, this one is telling you more of a story. There's a coach who has this bad experiences, and there's coach who has this good experiences. And the difference is that coach who did something else, she used some unique mechanism or something. And basically, if you want to know what this unique mechanism is, then sign up for my coaching course. If you want to get results like that, then we have met now clients they can completely transform their business. If you're ready to do that, then book a call with us, something like that. So then we have this option. I think like this works even if you've tried other programs, because these are the objectives of this audience. Like maybe they've already tried other programs, they are struggling to scale, they don't have a view, so they make a following and all that stuff. So he's handling these objections. But one thing is this section could have been a lot more concise because we're repeating a lot of stuff. So apart from that, that's the big idea. Like there are these two coaches. Coach A did this, Coach B did this, and the only difference was that Coach B did this one thing differently. And if you're ready to do that, then you can book a call with us, sign up for a coaching, and it will work for you even if you have all these objections. So that's the big idea of the scene. So similar to a Crossroads angle, but instead of option A and option B, we are sharing a story in this case. This one is another good angle I see a lot of people using. They delete this as soon as possible. So makes you think like, what's inside this tag? Delete it as soon as possible. Then he starts by encouraging your dreams directly. Like, have you ever stopped to think how close you are to success? You are a lot closer than you think. So he's encouraging your dreams, and then he goes into this section where he's building relativity. Like, because when I first started, I used to think that I was a million miles away, but I was wrong. All I needed was just one successful product. You can do it too. So here he's encouraging your dreams that you just need one product to get success. So again, we're delivering on the subject line, so that delete the mindset that you are a million miles away. So this is the big idea of this event, that you just need one product, you're just one successful product away. This part is handling options. You don't need a big budget, you don't need prior experience, you don't need all this stuff. You just have to stay consistent and set aside a couple of hours. If you're ready to do that, then book a call with me, sign up for my coaching, something like that. So that is the big idea of this event. This is a case study sales where you share some testimonials or share the results that you've got for your clients and to build your social proof credibility stuff. So something is that this one decision changed everything for them. Then he starts by like, I want to take a moment to share some wins from our community. Then he like sets expectations. Like, I can't promise you get the exact same results because it comes down to two things. But the thing is that everyone thinks that they will be able to do these two things, like showing up and doing the work. Like it's pretty vague, right? Like it basically gives you the emotion of easy because anybody can do it. Anybody can show up and do the work. Then he says that I can promise you a proven system that gets results in this environment. So proven system that makes it safe. Then he shares some client screenshots and client wins. And then he says that this is the thing, the reason they were able to.
I am feeling slow sleepy here.
Because they had this system, this proven system that got this results. And it says after 20 years in the industry,
Start the video recording anytime,
Today I have
any
slept only
needs.
3
Those
hours.
started.
I slept at 2 a.m. in the morning and woke up at 5 and went to university and came at 10 a.m. from the university and edited a video,
let's have a case study email go to you.
and after that I had some important works and I went to my brothers and sisters home, and right now I have came back and right now I had my lunch now and I am watching copywriting contents.
This could be used, so it makes you curious, like what would it be? And then
That's
starts
it.
by,
But I am feeling so sleepy.
in less than 12 months, you went from this
My eyes are
bad
red.
state to this good state. And it wasn't just Nick,
It's all fine.
guys like Brian and other clients, they have been able to get the same results. Why? Because they have this proven system. So that's the one big thing, like you can get the same results. So if you're ready to take advantage of this, then click at the code, and here we have some objection handling, even if you have no prior experience, and you have only 2 to 3 hours a week. So that's a big idea. That's how a typical case study email goes. You give them the testimonials and sell them on the system on that one thing. This is another good angle, the math equation the government is hiding from. So it makes you think like, what is this math equation? It's very curiosity inducing, right? Like it doesn't feel like he's going to sell you on something. So first he starts by building more curiosity around this one. So I'm going to start with this conversation. So currently I'm able to do all these things. I'm able to live in Goa and drive cars and all this. But I pay for none of that. It is because I discovered this one formula that changed my life. So it makes you more curious. Like what is this one formula that tells you to do all this? So one thing that's missing is in the the subject line is talking about the equation, but then here he uses the word formula. So just kept the same word throughout, it would have made it more accurate. Again, if it's more curiosity, it is that once you will know what this formula is, you'll be able to change your life, you'll be able to do all these good things without a worry, all that stuff. So this whole section, this whole starting part, it's all building curiosity around this one equation, this one formula that once you find out, you'll be able to do all these good things, and then he finally begins. This is the formula. So this whole section was setting stakes. This is what you call the why section, and then you begin the what formula. And then he built some relativity with that. Before I discovered this formula, I was doing all these things. I was taking my time for money. I was working all this job. But after I found this formula, my life changed, and I was able to do all these good things. And then he taps into the emotion that this is easy. Like I can easily get that from this one challenge in 2 weeks, just 8 hours of work. And then he ties it back to the big idea that because everything in my life was around this formula. It pays for everything, like for my hotel in Dubai, for my parents, for my dinners, and all that. So this whole email is selling you on that concept of that big idea, that big equation, the formula that you need to change your life. Then he says that you are ready to take advantage of this formula and change your life. And if you watch this video, I think this is BSc or something. Then we have this story email, like Alex Patoni and people like Alex Patoni, Laura Belgray, they do story emails very well. So if you want more story emails, you can sign up for the emails. So this whole section, this is the story, and then she ties it back to her product thing. She's selling you on a big idea that she is good at giving free readings. She's good at astrology, numerology, all that thing, like figuring out what's going on in people's head and all that. So, and then she ties it back to her product. Like when we created this 30-second client attraction quiz, that's when I knew I had to pull out my favorite party trick. That's the idea of this email. She starts with the story about how she used to work for this astrology guy. She actually is good at astrology. And one of her favorite party tricks is to give strangers free readings, and then she ties it back to her product. I've implemented the same thing in my 30-second client attraction quiz. If you want that, then click on this thing. Next email is this busy guy turns James Morgan. This one is a case study sales email. So start by introducing this guy David, who had this goal. This is for a fitness coach. So start by introducing this guy David, who had this goal. Like he wanted the James Bond Daniel Craig physique. But the problem was that this was his bad state. The objections previously, he didn't have access to a gym. His diet was shit, and he could only work out 2 to 3 days a week. So this is like indirect objection handling. But fast forward to today, he has completely transformed his body. So it's kind of encouraging their dreams. Like if he can go from all this bad situation to this good situation, he can do it too. And here we're delivering on the subject. Then we say like how was like the reason he was able to achieve this transformation is because he followed this thing, the green body trifecta, and this is the big idea, the unique mechanism is trying to sell you on. And here he's making it new and urgent because the system was only available to my one-on-one coaching clients, but now you can get access to it. So it makes you think like you're getting access to some secret. And these are the things that you'll get access to. So these are curiosity bullets, basically, like the exact exercises David used, a little known recovery hack, how to optimize your sleep. Here we are being retrospective. And then we have some sort of scarcity here, that the first 50 people will get this bonus thing. So that's the big idea of this email. Again, we share this testimonial, the case study, that he went from this bad situation to good situation. And the reason he was able to do that was because of this one thing, the Greek body trifecta. If you want to do that too, then sign up for my coaching, buy my course, all this stuff.
Fortunately, I discovered the hard way that providing proof of delivery avoids PayPal holes. PayPal sees
I need to work much more harder, much more better.
His study is that he went from this bad situation to good situation. And the reason he was able to do that was because of this one thing, the Greek body trifecta. If you want to do that too, then basically sign up for my coaching, buy my course, all that stuff. This next one is a objection handling sales email. So this is a objection of a lot of his audience, I guess, that they don't have access to the gym. So we're handling that objection. So we start by saying that, hey man, there are no good gyms here. So we're starting in the customer bubble, their pain points, their objections. Then we handle their objections here and make it seem a bit easy. Like you don't need to spend hours in the gym, you don't need to do all these things, you don't need fancy equipment, you don't even need a membership. You can work out from the comfort of your home, and you can just work out 3 to 4 days a week. This section is kind of a option handling, making it feel easy and all that. Just like my client Steven has done, and also just like City Investment have done, just by using this one blueprint to get in the best shape of your life. So here we're giving them the social proof and then delivering the unique mechanism, exact blueprint. Less than 24 hours, you can get access to the same blueprint. So that's the objection handling email. This next email is that it's not your fault, so you're just starting directly by justifying your failures in the subject line itself. This is something Iman does a lot, even on his sales pages and everything. You see here, like, if you haven't found success, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, so he's justifying your failures. So, and that's the angle we're going for in this email. So, first we start by creating this us versus them scenario, in that our system is broken, restrictions, mandates, and all that, the banks and government, these are your enemies. It's us versus them scenario. So, anytime you see someone use this word our, us, and all that, that means they are painting a us versus them scenario. They're throwing rocks at the enemies, they're justifying your failures. And then this part is saying that the situation is only going to get worse, but there's this little window of opportunity right now that you need to take advantage of this. So he's building urgency here, that you have this tiny window where you can take advantage and change your life. And here he is building this section, is building an identity and like encouraging the dreams of his audience, because this is one section of his audience, the parents who are just like young parents who are worried about the future of their kids. So here he's building identity with them, selling them on the dream. And then he reveals the unique mechanism that you need to build an online income, like you need to not be dependent on the government. And then he says, I'm not trying to fear monger, like all bro did for the starting of the email is fear monger, and then he's saying, I'm not trying to fear monger, okay. Again, he's doubling down on the curiosity that currently there's this window of opportunity and it's growing smaller by the minute. So you need to act on it fast. Then he ties it back to his product. That if you're ready to take advantage of this window of opportunity, then you need to take this 70 shift and this webinar or product, something like that. That's the big angle. He starts by creating this first system scenario, that the system, the education system, the banks and everything, the government gets against you, and currently there's this short opportunity to take advantage of. If you want to break free from the system and build some relatability with you, he encourages your dreams, and then he says that if you're ready to take advantage of this thing that will help you break out of the system, then you need to sign up for my 7-day shift thing. The one thing I like a lot here is how he is building this urgency here, like this gap is growing fast and you need to act fast. We have this next one, an economic storm is coming, so it gives you the vibe of big urgent, something big is coming. Then they start by playing on this current events again, on the election thing that even Iman was doing in his first email. Elections are coming up and things are going to get crazy and the stock market is going to react wildly. So this email is for the finance niche, for the stock and investing stuff. So they start by targeting on the current events, and then he says that I'm not worried about it because I've got this one strategy that lets me earn thousands from home. This is the big mechanism and it works even no matter who wins the elections and all that stuff. And here he has this social proof section, like not just me, over 300 people have used the same strategy to earn this much money just by working 4 hours a week. So this whole section taps into the emotion of safe, that anybody can do it, whether the economy is booming or tanking. And so you become recession proof. So it's safe, it's easy, and it's also big. Start by targeting the current events that the elections are coming up, but I'm not sweating because I have this one strategy that helps me make money from home no matter who wins the election. Not just me, even this many people have been able to do it. So that's your social proof, and you can do it with just 4 hours a week, no matter how the economy is. So that's the whole angle of the scene. This next one is like, are you doing this? So it makes you curious again, like, what am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? It also feels a bit personalized. So then you open, and then he starts with again this credibility part, this using a quote from some other source, like according to this website, Bill Gates says this. So instead of just giving you the big idea directly, we are using a source, a quote, or something for credibility, like just like Iman did in his email where he used a quote, and just like that, I did in the F-word email where he used Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett, Bill Gates examples. So the big idea is delivering on here is that Bill Gates says that he wishes that he had more work-life balance, and then he ties it back to that problem that a lot of people don't pursue making money online because it will take away their work-life balance. And that's one of the main points of the target audience of this guy, because one section of his audience is like again those young parents who want to have work-life balance and they also want to make money online. And so then he says that that's why I created this group where you can take advantage of this business model that will allow you to like batch all of your work, and it only takes 4 hours every month, so you'll have work-life balance and you'll also be able to make money. So he's handling the objections here and making it seem easy, it's big. And then he reveals what is this business model, the unique mechanism. It's growing baseless theme pages and monetizing them. And this part is the objection handling part and making it seem easy, like no need to reinvent the wheel, we'll show you everything. This is the newest and simplest trend, and your age doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which country you're from, you only need a phone, and so it makes you feel this is easy and safe. This email is again from the same guy, and this is another section of his audience, people who are introverted, who want to make money online but they're introverted. This is another objection handling, just like the previous one. So first he starts with this question, like what do these 3 people have in common? A shy music artist, a white gamer, and then he reveals what this common thing is, like that they all build a personal brand, and it's the one business model that will work for the next 10 to 20 years. So this is the big mechanism, the unique mechanism, and then he's also telling you that it's safe because it will work for the next 10 to 20 years. And then he reveals who these introverts are. So it's Rihanna, it's Randy DM, and Bo Burnham. So he's building credibility here, using these guys, that even these guys were introverts, but they built their personal brand and now they're making money from it. So he's showing that if they can do it, you can do it too. So it's kind of encouraging your dreams while handling your objections. And then he handles some of your objections again, like you don't have to be a social butterfly to build a personal brand, and I'll show you how to do it so it's safe. And he also gives his own credibility, like I've invested about 50 million building my own personal brand. I'll save you decades and millions of dollars in this day. So this is another angle that's commonly used. It's somewhat similar to the crossroads, but instead of giving you option A, option B, they will tell you 3 bad things and 1 good thing, something like that, and then connect back to their product. We see how they do it in this email. She starts by saying that okay, we're going to play this game, there are going to be 3 lies and 1 truth. Then you see, these are the 3 lies and 1 truth, so 3 bad things and 1 good thing. Like these are the objections, 3 objections and 1 benefit. This thing, the second option, that is the good thing, like you can prioritize personal life and professional life at the same time. But you have to make major sacrifices, you have no control of how much money you make. So all 3 of these are lies and 1 is the truth. And he says that if it's hard for you to figure out which is the truth, then you get a testimonial from one of my clients. So this is building credibility and also like painting the dream state. Like one of the members, Kelsey, she's able to do all these good things. She has been able to make over 10K and 15K, and she just took a 6-month trip to Southeast Asia, and she made money while she was enjoying herself. So she's tying this testimonial in here, and then she says that creating a business doesn't have to be like stressful. You can have the freedom to work from anywhere in the world. You can have work-life balance and all that. So it was interesting that she said that you can do it from just like you said. All you need to do is get clear on your goals and surround yourself with like-minded people, and that will encourage you every day. And if you're ready to do that, then join my mastermind. So that's the 3 lies and 1 truth angle, 3 bad things and 1 good thing. And if you want this good thing, just like my student has been able to do, then join my mastermind or buy my course, something like that. So this is another story email, like from Laura Pellegrini, and she does story emails very well. She will take some incident from one of her things that happened in her life, and she will tie it back to her product. Like in this whole section, this is the story where she talks about how she and her husband, they were out on dinner with these new friends, and her husband gave them this compliment, like we have beach house, like they found this thing by googling about them, so they were being somewhat nosy. If you see what she does in her emails very well, is to check out this part. It basically takes the reader, it puts them in that situation, right? Like I was too far away to kick him from under the table. I had a short window, and if I miss that window, these things will happen. So it puts you right into that action. It makes you feel like you were exactly at that place. So that's a storytelling hack that you guys can use. And then she gives the payoff of the story, that personal details are what connects us, and when we connect, we want personal details, and that's why it's important to give the correct personal details on your website's about page. And then she ties it back to her product about page builder. This next email is again from Iman, and the subject line is why you need to get till. So the goal of this email is to shift your beliefs, because some of Iman's audience, they are from third world countries. They have this belief that making money is bad, and only that evil people can get rich, something like that. So he's trying to shift his beliefs. He starts by saying that people will tell you this and they are dead wrong. So he's kind of creating a us versus them. Whenever you see this word us, our, they, that's when you see that it's a us versus them. There's nothing greedy about making money. Making money is a tool. It's up to you if you want to be selfish with it or if you want to do good things with it. And this is just like I've done all these good things with my money. So he's showing his credibility here, and he's also telling you the good things that you can do with money. Like I have done this and you can do it too. So shifting your beliefs. Then he doubles down on this idea that making money is not greedy. It's because money is a tool and you have the obligation to make money. It's up to you how you will use that tool. And if you're ready to make money online, then join Digital Launchpad. So here Iman is saying that making money, you need to make a shit ton of money, but in the first email he says that more money is not the solution, you need this freedom. So Iman, what are you trying to tell me? Do I need to make money or do I not need to make money?
Spike needs to launch his delivery business online.
अहिले उतै आएको छ अरे म त अहिले धर्ममाथि दिदीले पो भनेको त्यसको कुरा पनि गएको छ अरे त्यतै भनेर भन्दै थियो अनि कहिले गएको अरे भनेको कोही को आफ्नो मान्छे मरेको छ अरे तिनीहरूको अनि अस्ति नै पो गएको छ अरे हप्ता 10 दिन भइसक्यो भनेर कुरा गर्दै हाम्रो थुप्रै भयो अस्ति गएको 10-15 दिन मैले कति दिनमा कुरा भएको थियो खोइ के भाषा कि के सिक्दैछ भनेर त्यसो कुराले पठाएर गएको नि त यहाँबाट त सरलाई गएको
So in this video, we're going to be breaking down some
हस्टेलमा बसेको छ
beginner level steps. We'll go all the way to advanced. We'll see what operating principles are used and what psychological tricks they are using and how to structure a sales page. But this video is going to be long, so I don't know if you're going to make it till the end, but let's see how it goes. So let's start with the
पुरै भएको छैन अस्ति कहिले मलाई फोन गरेको थियो अनलाइनमा पनि थिइनँ फेरि मेरोमा यसरी फोनै आउँथेन फेरि पनि काट्थ्यो अन्त हिजो आज फोन आउनु थालेको छ कोही मेरो मेसेन्जर फोन त घरिघरि के हुन्छ अनि फेरि मिस गर्न चाहिँ आइरहेको थियो
like in the last 13 years, this has happened to concept of becoming a team. So there's something new, something big. And the only way to break free from this subordination is by becoming a sovereign man. So this is the unique mechanism that the idea, the thing is sitting on. You need to become a sovereign man. This thing, the last 13 years, tapping on the emotional and first
त्यो बुढाले
go down
पठाएर
here,
पैसा
you see
खोज्यो
this,
पठाएको
these things, these are basically creativity bullets and identifying bullets. Like this 5 sovereignty goals, the real reason why you can't succeed, the silent revolution. It was saying that he has created this private WhatsApp group where he will send messages that he can't send publicly. So that's the basic gist of this basic landing page.
के अरे
Next, let's see this landing page for the real world by the next 2 minutes will transform your entire life. So he's making a big promise here, a big proclamation. So this whole the of this is new and big. The real it's time for step 2 of a 3-step plan. So there is something new, something big that's happening here. And this line, like after helping thousands, the skip the 95, so this is like social proof and safe emotion. So the emotions is targeting here. This is
अनि
big.
त्यसै भनिदियो त्यहाँभन्दा हाम्रो पुरै भएको छैन कतिको कुरो नभएको
Taps into the emotion of
त्यही
big.
त अस्तिको दिनदेखि यसो अनलाइनमा हेर्छु
He's basically
बिन्दु
saying that
अनलाइनमा
there's this big thing, this new revolution that's happening.
अघि
The
पो
real world
जुन
is sort of
आमालाई
on
फोन
this whatever. So it's
बिन्दु
now this
अनलाइनमा देख्नुहुन्छ म देखिनँ त अस्ति
and I don't know, I think Dave needs to update
म
his
फोन
line.
गरौँ भनेको अस्तिको दिनदेखि
I don't
अनलाइनमा
think this
देखिनँ
second
भने
portion is
देखेको
supposed to
छुइनँ मैले
have
अस्तिको
the
दिन
same text. I think
त्यसलाई
this
अनलाइनमा
is supposed to be something related to community, but he has just basically copy pasted this stuff from there. So even the top guys don't have the perfect sales page, you see.
त्यो
And
काम
then he
पनि
has
छ
this,
हौ
like what he will find inside real world, like e-com, copywriting and all this stuff, stocks,
यो
freelancing.
कुत्तै
So
बस्नु
by
भएको छ
hearing all
अहिले
these things, it makes you feel like, oh, there are so many options. Like if one thing doesn't work out, something else will work out. So that's what he's trying to sell you on. That's what beginners think, right? Like there are so many options, something or the other will work out. But that's not how it works. You just have to pick one and stick with it.
होइन
Liking of the community,
कोठा लिएर
is the
बसेको
real world
कि
community, but giving a chance to directly
दिदी
engage with
गर्नु
people
भएको
who are making 6 figures and all that. And one thing I like about this sales page is the
के
pros
गर्नु
and
आँटेको
cons
हौ
of two options.
पसल
You can either
गर्नु
go back and watch Netflix, and you can either do this. And here he directs all the pain points of this audience, like shame to bloodline, you have depression, anxiety, all that stuff. And here, in the real world, you'll get all these good things. So I like to have closing angle of this. And then we have shit ton of social proof, testimonials and testimonials.
त्यो पनि हो है
So that's the
काम
whole
पाइहाल्छ
emotion behind
होइन
the sales page is of big and something big and something new. That's the whole emotion is targeting here. This one, this is the opt-in page for a lead magnet. So here you have this 10 steps to scale your skill set and
कुन ठाउँ
connect your
बस्छ
impact. This is the big outcome. Scale your skill set and connect your impact without having to go through this. The bulletproof business plan. So the word bulletproof, it targets the emotion that is proven, that it's fail-proof. And this thing will show you how to get this dream outcome. And again, by saying proven approach, it makes you feel like this is safe because it's proven. And then we have this
त्यो
good curiosity
त्यो
to raise hand.
बुझ्दा
How to
कस्तो
benefit
भन्थ्यो
from
त्यो
this. So
लाइन
6
चाहिँ मैले
foolproof questions you need to ask. So foolproof means safe and to avoid old way of doing things is looking for fast. So there's something new. So
सक्यो
here we
मेरो
have
त
something new and
आज
also
निकै
foolproof, so it's safe.
पिट्टा
We have
पारेर
this
दिनभरि
different
खायो
term,
अनि मेरो बारी
cost
भाइले
effective,
कुना
cost
भाइबन्दा
efficient. So
कुटेर
these are all
खायो
targeting the emotion of
सक्यो
and they're also building a sense of curiosity. And then if we
आज
go down,
हाम्रो
we have this
सबै
story
टिप्टा
section where
पारेको
she's building some relativity with you.
ज्वाला
And
हुन्छ
there's
अलि
by
अलि
saying I've been there, she's tapping into the emotion of like she can relate to you, she knows where you are. And I felt the struggle of building an online business from scratch and all that stuff. So
देख्छु अलि
she's
अलि
saying that she can relate to you.
आज
And
निकै
I've gone from this
देखिन
bad situation to this good situation now.
अरू थुप्रै
So I can do
आएको
it, you can do it. So it's building your dream.
So sleepy.
And in this section, she is basically handling her objection of like, if it is so valuable, why are you doing it for free? And she's saying this is because I'm passionate about teaching and I love to teach people like you get paid for it. Money is because of this, that's the handling this objection here. And then there's this kind of voice of this and the pain points of the audience. Like this is what you, if you want this thing, like you're interested in starting
now,
your
let's
online
stop
business
it.
and make revenue when you're not working.
कहाँ गएको यता भित्र पस आएको छैन हौ नानी ल्याएको छैन नानी ल्याएको छैन तिमीहरूले आएको छैन हस्पिटलमै होला त्यो दोकानको चिजहरू खान्छन् केटाकेटीहरू त्यस्तै हो गएर बच्चाहरूलाई दोकानको चिज किन्न पनि नआउने खाना पनि नआउने ओ भाइ कोठाभित्र खोइ उसकै के काम गर्दैछ बुइनी भित्र भर्खर स्कुलबाट आयो बुइनी भित्र
A lot can happen, and so we must do it now or suffer later, and I have to get it asking AI that how is it. That's the thing.
ए शोभा पनि त्यही छ
And
कोही छ कि के दिनु बहिनीहरू
bubble.
अनलाइनमा अस्ति देख्दै थिएँ फोन गरौँ ल भन्दै थिएँ
Using algorithm
यत्तिकै
to
मेरो
track
मोबाइल
people
फोन जान्छ
in
भाइ फोन गर्दै
ideological bubbles, deep in disorder between group identity war, stock polarization and politics, gender or races, framing disagreement as existential battle. Fake connection replacing relationship with superficial online interaction to stop loneliness, and that's the thing what is happening right now.
देख्दैन होला यहाँबाट
Undermine critical thinking,
देखाऊ
effort and misformative overload the platform responsibility. Fixing personally the value. Just let me warm up. Now, what I will do is I will just now try to rewrite the emails of top copywriters. Let's do it now. I'm feeling sleepy. That's why I need to do something more creative and productive. And I have an idea. Let's write it. Let's go to the Google Docs and rewrite that bullet points and that emails of the top copywriters. So it is little bit productive than just watching some of the courses of copywriters, bro. So now I have got it here. Here are some of the curiosity. Here are some of the Thinkify, feature plus benefit, benefit plus feature, and I want to tell you, I have unlocked one type of bullet. Yes, almost all of the top copywriters are using to write that type of bullets, but others of copywriters haven't noticed that bullet. And after in the future I will make a video about it. For now, just let's start writing some bullets. Or something simple secret. A shockingly simple secret for combating lost recurring sales due to credit. We are actually here to use new of any SP for combating lost recovery. Feature plus benefit or feature plus benefit, but I will write similar. It's like shockingly simple secret. I can write it an amazing stupid secret, like that. I'll write an amazing stupidly simple secret for stupidly simple secret. Here comes the reminder. Oh, the live was post. So once again now I'm right post. So once again now I'm right back. Now let's continue with. But man, I'm feeling bit sleepy. But it's all fine. An amazing, stupidly simple secret to sell or to sell anything. Anything to an amazing, stupidly simple secret for to sell anything to earn subscribers. Now it sounds something. What is this? It's blue. So now another is an automation twist that can get more people. That can get more people. You got more people than the new vehicle flocking your near even if your emails promoting those webinars are written by spam filters and automation with twist. We can make it something like curious type of I can write curious type of bullet. An automation twist, instead of writing an automation of twist, I can write something giving this automation a unique name. What can be the unique name? Something like um, autometric. Yes, I can give it an autometric. An autometric. An autometric method. An automatic method that get more people. That will that will give you more clients. That you give you more clients then going live in webinar then going and automatic method that will give you more clients then going live in webinars and that will be the EB webinars and automatic method that will give you more clients then going live in webinar even if email promoting the webinars even beginners can do. Roots and subscribe this. Not automatic. कलिलो तमलाई सोदा मलाई तर बाबाले भन्थे कलको पानी रक्सी गनाई. One of the toy. Let me see it. The anti-marketing method that businesses with a small list can use to potentially double or triple sales. An anti-marketing and unethical like that and almost unethical. That's it. N-A-L and almost unethical. त्यहाँ के अरे उ त्यो हुनुहुन्थ्यो एकजना दिदी हुनुहुन्थ्यो त्यही दिदीलाई दिइरहेको थिएँ. भरे आउनुहुन्छ होला चेवाएर खुसी भयो त्यसै थियो. त्यही घरमा त बस्ने हो त. on all and almost unethical method method that new businesses are using that new businesses are using to double and triple their to double and triple to double and triple your sales. You using an almost unethical method that new businesses are using to double and triple. Oh, there are triple their sales. What are you trying to do here?
I'm just trying to get my charger to charge on my.
You know, believe it or not, approaching marketing like this is how one of trade companies did over revenue with a list of only 780 people, and it is also how I launched a six-figure per year paid newsletter. Unethical method that business are using. And almost unethical means it's still legal, not it's not illegal. So we will trigger the attention of peoples. Last year we understand. Last year Alex company did last year Alex marketing company did 800,000 $800,000 in revenue and this also and this is the exact same method. Same exact method paid digital course. Digital course. Yes, It is actually a cheat code. Yes, it's really a cheat code. It's like there are lots of sales pages, and there are top sales pages of Alex Hormozy, Andrew Tate, and other digital opportunity, and mm, Iman Ghazi's digital launchpad. Just go in their website, copy it all, and paste it in the Google Doc, and try to write it. Try to write it in your own way, in your own form, and you will improve slowly by slowly. Maybe, maybe you don't know, you may not know how to rewrite your that bullets customer bubble referring to the clients. Maybe you may not know that, but it if you don't know that, just copy it down. Just copy it, write it same to same. Why? Because it will get you into the writing mode, and once you get into the writing mode, you will after slowly automatically know how to write bullets, how to write emails, how to write short form scripts. And I'm also not that much good in writing sales pages or email, but I can. My problem is that I'm not good at writing sales pages, but I am 100% sure. I am sure that I will improve and I will be the best. Best. So, first, let's just keep going. Never stop. A clever and sneaky way to profit from prospects who don't finish watching your video. Oh, it's your sauce, yeah? An on tap and sneaky way. How does it sound? What is kiwi sneaky? And on tap and sneaky way to PROFIT profit FROM from the AUDIEN from the AUDIENCE audience who DID and don't TCS watch your didn't watch your complete video. Don't tap and sneak you who don't watch your complete video content. They are literally fire. Ah, I'm feeling bored, yeah. Moreover than the bored, I am feeling sleepy because I have slept only 3 hours. That's why I am feeling so sleepy. But I have to finish all of the routines, and I have to grind minimum up to 6 to 8 hours. That's why I cannot sleep. I have to finish it. A straight way to possibly save hundreds of dollars. Straight. Okay, we were here. I like it, so I will just make it in. I would like to create a software. That's good. Now I have to make it. Mhm. That's good. No, I don't want it. Oh wait, I will be right back. You just listen some music. I will be right back. Nah, I will just pause it for some minute. So now I'm back. I have washed my face and I have washed my clothes. So now let's keep going. Let's close the door and window and just keep going. Just keep going no matter what. Just keep climbing up the stairs. Just keep running. Yes.
सेतो
And clever way. We can say thread and clever are similar, so I will write clever because clever is simple and it is understandable. And in copywriting, we should use simple and understandable language, so I will write clever.
चलाउने भनेर उसले
A
दिइहाल्यो
clever
भने
way.
छोडेर के चलाउने त अनि त्यो बेगर हुँदा त हुँदैन दाजुको साइड केही हामी जाने छैन भने त्यसले हाम्रो साह्रो दुःख देख्छ नि त
A clever way to possibly save hundreds of dollars. के भयो?
बेचेर पैसा दियो अरे 400 रुपियाँ
के चाहिँ हो?
साइकलको स्ट्यान्ड त्यो अर्कोमा दर थियो तेरो बाबु ओइले मैले 250 कि 300 कति लाएर पो लाग्यो देख्छु
A clever way to save hundreds of dollars. A clever
दुकान लागेको काम लाग्छ नि
way to make sales.
त्यसो भन्दा बिहान गएर लान्छु भन्दै आएको थियो
ठीक है.
मैले सक्ने लागि
होइन
Without
घडा बनाएको छ र अस्ति त्यो पानी जमिन खालेको छ पानी आउँदा
sending
उसले त अब के अरे घरसँग बाहिर बाहिर फर्वा लगाएर निकास गर्यो हलन नने गरेर बोर्डर पड्काउनु लैजाऊ भनेको पानी जान्छ हेर न जाने खाली आएको छ त्यो त्यहाँ अस्ति मैले उयो टोइलेटको माटो निकाल्दा कति पो पुरे सबै उसले त मोली माटो त त्यो
clever way to mix.
टोइलेटको माटोले मैले पुरेको पो टोइलेटको त्यो बन्ने गर्दा उ त्यो खनेको थियो र पनि उ त्यो बाख्राको पट्टि बोराएको छ भने क्या
Hundreds of dollars in
मल दुध छैन उनीहरूकै कुखुराहरूको पालेर उगाएको
marketing
मल दियो भने त्यसको भोमिटा बनाएर लाँदो रहेछ अनि
and
छैन पनि अब त आफ्नै बुवायो त्यसले कुकुरको बाख्रा भएको सुनिकन म त हिजो अस्ति त अनि त्यो पनि ठुल्किलो बनाएको त अस्ति अलिकति लाएर छ अरे अनि त्यो उठाएर पनि गरेर राखेको छु मलै छैन रहेछ हाम्रो बारीमा
Really simple automatic and foolishly simple automation trick. I can write it. Even stupidly simple.
तर बाह्रहरू कहाँ फुपिलो बनाउनु त पानी जानिँदैन म त मलै हुन्छ नि मरिलोमा आएको भयो नि बाख्राले मुद्दा मुद्दा यसो गर्छ आफ्नो गर्नु बाख्रा आयो मुद्दा मुद्दा मले भएको हुन्छ त्यसरी खुल्नु त कहाँ पाइयो त नि जहिले खुल्यो भने कता खराब हुन्छ
Automation sneaky trick.
निकालेको अहिले त 2 वर्ष अगाडिले घरको बारीमै
Trick for putting affiliates. You need to mail your offer. Automation sneaky trick. Sneaky trick to so you put a FFL and put affiliates in to mail for your offers and make more sales.
कुकुरहरू आएको भातेले हेरेको हेरेन हौ कुकुरहरू आएको खोइ जाति
A cheap way to all but eliminate support headache from customer not getting password due to spam filter. A cheap way to. I'll just write same to same
खोइ जाति
because I don't get idea right like this. तातो भात दिनुपर्छ कि हेर्नुलाई काम खाने मानिसले तातो भातै खानु भन्नु कम त पनि के गर्छ र तातो भात चाहिँ पर्थ्यो I would like to try another. It can be how many words will there be in that email? Maybe some of the 50-60 words. Or 50 words.
अन्डा खाने भनेको त्यतिकै भयो
50 words and email 50 words email to stop. Stop to stop subscribers. To stop subscribers. Get back to okay. You to get back to subscribers.
एकछिन है एकछिन अलिक गाह्रो हुन्छ कुन बोल्छु हामीलाई
Use this and my student go to back 117 by just it. And simple but unwashed and simple, not all. Simple. Simple but now I will write 4 to 5 bullets and then I will start to read book. Affiliate marketers can automate affiliate marketer
सुन्ने स्टाइल त खत्रै खाइन्छ
An almost laughable and simple way to track our work and podcast. To track these things. And devil is clever. And Fish of Heaven.
दालमा नुन लाग्छ छैन हौ हान्छी दालमा नुन लाग्छ छैन
totally automation secret game. Game now that willingly makes the part abandoned chance to die. Okay, now here comes the last one. I don't see any comments. Now last bullet. How copywriters go to sponsor. Sponsor time. One common secret. What are the times movement? Common, common. To win. Hard. It sounds sus. Small probability is smaller every time to itself. Windows command method to win outlined. Baby Mirage, yeah. Damn man, I am feeling so sleep. Ah, but I have to complete it. Introducing the mystery menu. The mysterious menu. I can write it better. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the wait. Streaming behind the marketing, behind the marks, introducing the man behind the marks. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing
बोले बिंदु आया रे
in this superb copy. It had your headline is introducing the mystery man behind the marketing automation of some of the richest and most successful business on the internet. And I had modified it, and it's sounds, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the man behind the marks of marketing automations of some of the most successful business on the internet, which sounds good. Just give me read that in the comment. I don't know where when you will be watching this video, but just rate it. Whether first one was good or second one, which I had modified in my own. Maybe you are watching in 2028, maybe you are watching in 2030, but it's still fine. Just drop it, which sounds good, and just keep going, young king. You can do it. Hello, bro. It's comment kind of. Oh, what's going on? Yes, like that.
Now we are diving into the customer bubble.
पानी निस्केन लिची पुऱ्याउने मान्छे त आउँथ्यो आइसक्यो क्या हो कति घन्टा भइसक्यो लिची पुऱ्याएर आएको हो र अघि 4:30 बज्यो देवाली भएको
Now here we are getting into the customer bubble, and you're the one who is trying to sell his course. It's Trey Bouchard. Yes, and we are getting into it. It's like his past professionals and what qualification he have got. So we have written it. Said hi. Hello. Always see at what's he? Rai. Hello. Oh. Okay. Now that's fine. Hello. I am writing some of these scripts because I am a copywriter, and the green look like this. Where was I?
सबैको छ चिप्ल्यो कि आज अलिक चिप्ले जस्तो छ है लगाएको हौ एउटा हाल है जाँदाखेरि लगाएको दुईवटा चाहिँ उसमा लगाइदिएँ
त्यो त पोथी काट्ने भन्नुहुन्छ त
पानी धेरै भएर कताको पोथी काट्नु हो
छुरी काटेर खाने भनेको होइन
अब यो पोथी 5 दाना फुलिसक्यो म त केकेर लाग्दो भाइ भने के गर्नु यसलाई मासु खानु मन नलागिदिनुहुन्छ र यसलाई त भयो मासु र अन्डा छालै पछि भन्छ
कहाँ पुग्छ I have finished writing first customer bubble. Now there are some of the grammatical mistakes and I have got Gemini and it may I think it's the feature of Gemini and it is showing you where are the grammatical errors and I am correcting it. Okay, now what time is it? I'm literally feeling damn sleepy. Hello. It's time for something. आज टाइपिङ गरेको छैन so I want to increase my rapid typing speed, that's why I'm starting with
टाइपिङ गर्न सिक्नुपर्ने
मेरो टाइपिङ स्पिड खत्तम भएर आइरहेछ
खाना को कसलाई पस्यो यसले दाइ चाहिँ फिट्लु त्यसो भए यो बयान बिक्रीको काम गरेको छ दिन म लाई बाहिर गएर दही भाभी भाइले
भाइले अघि लिएको पाइँदैछ
के को पर्छ ल्याएको होइन
मैले खोर्सानी भनेको थिएँ नि त सोद्धाखेरि
त्यहाँनिर माग्नु पर्ने गर्दैन त सबैलाई के भात दिइहाल्छ र भने नाङ्गै हुन्छ नि
क्याप्समा जाउँदैन
दाइफुल भनेको मान्छे त कहाँ हराएको अनि गरेर चिप्यो अलिक धेरै पानी आएर होला
फुटेको त यसो नि त काम गरेर
एक दिन हुन्छ यताबाट पर्छ सोधी पुऱ्याइदिनु त्यो बयान ल्याएर उतै पकाउन थाल छिटो काँक्रा झैसी उसै काट्यो
उसै काट्यो अनि
यस्तो नाकको जिन्दै पनि पाएको है धन्नै
कस्तो होला
ला टाइपिङ स्पिड खत्तम भएछ स्टिल सो ब्याड
कहाँबाट लिएको भाइ तु भाइ
त्यही माथि मङ्गलबार
दुध जस्तो छ होइन त्यो चित्रेको पछाडिदेखि मुनतिरबाट
हजुर
कि अन्त कहिले त्यस्तो हुन्थेन त आज के भयो
खोइ
सोध्यो म दुध भाइ
Hello. Two of you are right here. So now for today I have completed writing copies, but I haven't written a YouTube script, which is a part of my plan. So for now I have got to finish reading 10 pages. It's in my daily routine that I have to finish reading 10 pages each and every day. So now, yesterday we have got into the rigid rationalist 141 pages of concise
6 to 7, you have
the
only got 1
concise
hour
laws
and
of
your
human
applications
nature.
will reach to
Human
40
nature.
to 50 videos. So fast start it and remember.
Now, oh man, let's start it. What is that, man?
साइकल लगाएर अनि
Let's read now. That's good enough. The rigid rationality, all of us have irrational tendencies. We must simply accept this. For some of the people that makes them terribly uncomfortable. They experience primitive thinking as softness and mystics as contrary to science and technology. The repressed, however, always returns. Their faith in science and technology as a religious pursuit. When it comes to an argument, they will impose their ideas. That was good going. With extra intellectual heft and even touch of the anger and which reveals to the spring of the primitive thinking, the hidden emotional need to bully. They are also prone to sweat, shifts in mood and emotional outbursts as the shadow streets bait them into just some such overreactions to break the bubble of intellectual superiority. The snob. This type of tremendous need to be different from others to assert some form of superiority of the mass of mankind. They put a lot of emphasis on appearance. They are more alternative than others. Their tattoos are more unique. Of course, it later comes on to they are exaggerating or down for lying about your background. The truth is that boundary is a part of the human existence and human existence, and all have the medical sides of the career and the skills of the soul, and especially and sensitive about the aggressive and insecurity about the origin and the possibility medical and The way of dealing with the distracts and the deceit evidence opposed to the real originality in their work and the surrounding themselves with extraordinary and special knowledge. In any case, those who are truly original and refined do not need to make a great show or be extraordinary of who go out of their way and make a show of their plans. The extreme entrepreneur. So yesterday we were talking about the shadow, about the human nature. I think both of you are Nepali, so I will talk in Nepali. They are left, so then let it go. We were talking about that peoples have two faces. The first face, which is just a mask. They are their behaviors nice. They show themselves good. They don't show their bad sides, and that's called the shadow. And in the shadow, there is another person who who has bad sides, who has bad habits, but it is still hiding behind the mask, and that's called the shadow. And so let's get into the extreme entrepreneur.
भाइ
हजुर
यसरी दाइले दुध छ त्यसैले बिहान खुवाउँछ
खाँदै गर्नु अहिले म आउँछु. At first glance, this type seems to possess very positive qualities, especially for work. They maintain high standards, pay exceptional attention to details, but underneath the fake, the seeds of the failure are taking root. The first appears inability to listen to the others. In fact, they mistrust who do not have your same high standards with success. They are forced to take on more and more responsibility. If they are truly self-reliant, they would know the importance of delegation on lower level of maintain control on the higher level, but sometimes else is streeting within the shadows. Soon the situation become chaotic. Others must come in and take over the business. Your health and finances are ruined, and they become completely dependent on doctor or outside financier. They go from complete control to total dependence on others. Often, their outward show of self-reliance discues means changing their whole appearance. Yes, रूप बदलिनु. Or he don't desire to have others take care of them, to regress on the dependency of childhood. They can never admit themselves or show sign of such weakness, but unconsciously they are drawn to creating enough chaos that break down are pushed into some of the form of the dependency. There are signs of before when recording health issues, the sudden micro needs to be pampered by people in their daily life. What the big sign comes as they lose control and fail to take a step as this. It is best to not get them entangled with such type later in their careers, as they have tendency to bring about much collateral damage. Okay, that's good. Entrepreneur, the extreme entrepreneur. Now another type of shadow who lurk, another type of person who hides behind the mask is the integrated human. In course of our lives, we inevitably meet people who appear to be especially comfortable with themselves. They display certain traits help give the mm, that help give this impression. They are able to laugh at themselves. They can admit to certain shortcomings in your character as well as to mistakes they have made. They have playful sometimes implies aids to them, and if they have retained more of the child within, they play their role and life within of the distance. At the time of the others are charming and the spontaneous, but as also people signals to the greater authenticity. If most of us have lost all of the natural traits and becoming socialized adults, and our authenticity have the types of somehow managed to keep the life and the active. We are completely drawn to the authenticity and unconsciously repulsed to by their opposite. The reason for this is simple. We are secretly mourned for the side of our character. We have lost the wildness, the spontaneity, the intensity of the experience, the open mind. Overall, energy is diminished by the loss. Those who emit that air of authenticity signals to another possibility that began beginning of being an adult who had managed to integrate the child and the adult, the dark and the light, the unconscious and the conscious mind. We yearn to around them parade. Some of this energy will rub off on us. Conscious of the shadow, we can control, channel, and integrate it. Aware of what we have lost, we can reconnect to the part of ourselves that slunk into the shadow. The following are four clear and practical steps for achieving this. See the shadow. First of all, I think it's identifying the shadow. Although there are lots of traces of the shadow, but also to see the shadow, how can we clearly see the shadow, your traits and your bad habits, who that lurk and hidden in the darkness. So now let's get into it. The best way to begin is to look for indirect signs and indicate in section above. For instance, take note of any particular one side and the empathetic traits in yourself. Assume that the opposite trait lies brought deep within from your try to see more signs of the traits in your behavior. Look at your own emotional outbursts and movement of the extreme thoughtfulness. Your sensitivity to remark or imputation indicates a shadow quality that is spreading in the form of deep insecurity. Bring it into the light. Look deeply at your tendencies to project emotions and bad qualities onto people you know or even entire group. Look at movements in your mouth, late teens, early 20s, in which you acted in rather intensive or even cruel manner. When you wait longer, you had less control of the shadow and it came out more naturally, not with the repressed force of lately years. Take the process deeper by the re-examining the earlier version of yourself. Look at traits in childhood that were dropped out of you by your parents and fear certain weaknesses and the vulnerabilities of form of your behavior traits and you have made to feel ashamed of. Look at emotions you were once prone to. Things that spark a sense of awe, excitement that have gone missing. You have become more like others as you have gotten older and you must rediscover the lost authentic part of yourself. Finally, look at your dreams and most direct. So now in this, see the shadow means it actually means that we should see our past self and the person whom we are right now, and we have to evaluate our own behaviors and just purify the bad habits and throw it in the dustbin, just like that. See the shadow. Now let's see it. Clear view of your shadow. The shadow is it's taking to you in a various way. Don't look for symbols or hidden meanings. Pay attention instead of the emotional tone and overall feelings that they inspire. Holding on to them throughout the day. Get in the habit of writing your dreams down and paying deeper attention to your feeling tone. Embrace the shadow. Embrace the shadow. It means that accept that you have bad habits, accept that you have bad traits, accept it and just try to improve it. Evaluate yourself and try to be more better. That is the solution of this embrace the shadow lesson. Not lesson, it's just a small paragraph about it. Your natural reaction in uncovering and facing up to dark side to feel uncomfortable and maintain only a surface awareness of it. Your goal here must be on imagine not to complete acceptance of the shadow but the desire to integrate it into your present personality. Okay, now explore the shadow. How can we explore the shadow? Let's see it. Consider the shadow as having depths that contain great creative energy. You want to explore these depths, which includes more primitive form of thinking and darkest impulses that come out of your animal nature. The conscious thinking will depend on its quite limited, but the unconscious contains an almost limitless amount of material for memories, experiences, and information absorbed in study after prolonged research or work on a problem. When we relax our mind in dreams or while we are performing unrelated banal activities, the unconscious begins to work associate all sorts of random ideas. Some of the more interesting one bubbling to the surface. We all have dreams, institutions, and free associations of idea. But we often refuse to pay attention to them and take them seriously. Instead, you want to develop the habit of using this form of through more often by having unstructured time in which you can play with ideas, write down the options you consider, and pay serious attention to what comes to you in less conscious state of the mind. In similar veins, you want to explore from within your own darkest impulses, even those that might seem criminal, and find a way to express them in your work or externalize them in some fashion in a journal, for instance, like that. But I still want to read it clearly that embrace the shadow. Yes, let's see. Your natural reaction is an uncovering and facing up to the dark side is it's to feel uncomfortable, maintain only a surface awareness of it. Your goal here must be the opposite, not only complete acceptance of the shadow, but the desire to integrate it into your present personality. Okay, now I got it. So the shadow. Most of the time, we secretly suffer from the endless social codes we have adhered to. In following this path, we gain comfort by fitting in, but we also become defensive and secretly resentful. At the same time, our shadow will show itself, but unconsciously in explosive fits and starts, and often to our detriments. It would be wise to look at those who are successful in their field. Inevitably, we will see that most of them are much less bound by these codes. They are generally more assertive and overly ambitious. They float the conversations openly and proudly, and they are not punished but greatly rewarded. You pay a greater price for being so nice and different your that for consciously showing your shadow first. To follow the later path, you must begin by respecting your own opinion more and those of others less, particularly when it comes to your areas of expertise to the field you have immersed yourself in. Second, get in the habit in your daily life of asserting yourself more and compromising less. So, this under control at your orbitum movement. Third, you start caring less what people think of you. Fourth, realize at times you must offend and even hurt people who block your path, who have ugly values, who unjustly criticize you. Use such moments to clear injustice, to bring out your shadow and show it proudly. Fifth, feel free to play the impudent, willful child who mocks the stupidity and hypocrisy of others. Finally, floor the very conventions that others follow so scrupulously. In general, consider this a form of exorcism. Once you sow these desires and impulses, they no longer lie hidden in the corner of your personality, twisting and operating in secret. You have released your demons and enhancing your presence as an authentic human. In this way, the shadow becomes your ally. Unfortunately, there is no doubt about the fact that the man is as whole less good as he imagines himself or want to be. Everybody carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual conscious life, the blacker and the denser it is. The more you try to run away from the shadow, the more you will get into it. So, embrace your shadow, embrace your bad habits, and improve yourself, and try to be an authentic human. This book suggests that much. Not, sorry, I didn't mean this book only suggests that. A lesson of this book suggests that. Now, be aware of the fragile ego. Let's see how many pages today I have read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8 pages. I have read only 8 pages, so still I will read 2 to 4 pages more. Be aware of the fragile ego. Okay. The law of envy. Envy. Irsya. Irsya गर्छिस्. We humans are naturally compelled to compare ourselves with one another. We are continually measuring people's status, the level of respect and attention they receive, and noticing any difference between what we have and what they have. For some of us, they need to compare serves as a spur to excel through our work. For others, it can turn into deep envy, feeling of inferiority and frustration that leads to covert attacks and sabotaging the opponent by staying in the dark. Ah, the law of envy. It seems it hears something interesting. Nobody admits to acting out of envy. You must recognize the early warning signs, traits, and beats for friendship that seem effusive and out of proportion. Soft dig at you under the guise of good-natured humor, apparent uneasiness with your success. It is most likely to crop up among friends or your peers in the same profession. Learn to deflect in way by drawing attention away from yourself. Develop your sense of self-worth for from internal standard and not incent comparisons. It actually suggests that in way you don't know a secret enemy who envy your success. So if you want to avoid that hidden enemy, then immediately drop your attention, drop others people attention another person to another person. That's how you can save yourself from being sabotaged. Every time a friend succeeds, I die a little. Gorvida. Oh, really nice. Every time a friend succeeds, I die a little. That's the human nature, yes. Key of human nature. Of all human emotion, none is trickier or more elusive than envy. It is very difficult to actually discern the envy that motivates people action or to even know that we have suffered an envy attack from another. This is what makes it so frustrating to deal with and so dangerous. The reason for this elusiveness is simple. We almost never directly express the envy we are feeling. If we feel anger toward people because of something they said or did, we may try to disguise our anger for various reasons. But we are aware that we are feeling hostile, but envy is different. Your task as a student of the human nature is to transform yourself into the master decoder of envy. You are ruthless in your analysis and your determination to get to the roots what motivates people. The sign of the people the sign of the people in of envy are harder to discern. But they exist and you cannot master the language with some effort and subtle discernment. Think of it as an intellectual challenge. Before immersing yourself into subtleties of the emotion, it is important to distinguish between passive and active envy. All of us in the course of a day will inevitably feel so pangs of enemy as we unconsciously monitor the people around us sense that they might have more. If these pangs rise to the level of consciousness and are a bit acute, we might say something hurtful and mean spirited as a way to bend the emotion, but generally as experience the passive form of envy. We do not do anything that would in in, in any meaningful way harm the relationship with a friend or colleague. In detecting signs of the passive in orders. For instance, little put down and off-hand comment. You should simply tolerate this as a fact of being social animal. Sometimes, however, the passive invade turns active. The underlying sense of inferiority is too strong, lead to hostility that cannot be vented by comment or put down. Your goal is to detect the signs of this more acute form of envy before it turns dangerous. You can do this in three ways: by learning the signs of envy that manage to leak through, by being aware of these types of people who are more prone to acting on envy, and by understanding the circumstances and actions that might trigger active envy in people. You can never say all of the actions motivated by envy people are simply too good at dismissing it, but using all three decoding devices will increase your closing it. हेलो नेपाली ब्रोहरू भाग्यो त भाग हाँ 1 घन्टा अघि अर्को लाइभ सकेछ फाइनली you can see that but literally I am feeling like I'm drunk because of the sleep. So for today this much, and thank you everyone for watching me and for your comments. God FF, Rai, Sogun Tharu, thank you, and thank you for the 4 likes. Gonna see you. Keep doing better, and I am rooting for you from afar.